So, hi. Excuse that. It was my brother's birthday a few days ago, and it hasn't been taken upstairs yet. But this video is a bit of a chatty one. I'll be talking about bullying and stuff, and sharing my story. I feel like this is too loud, but yeah, I don't really know how to start, and I might sound like a bit of a hypocrite in some of it, because but I'm just gonna get started. I am 17. I'm 18 in December. I have been bullied since I was about 4 or 5. Now I'm now 17 and it still happens. Like, I may not be in school, but that doesn't mean it stops just because I'm not at school. Like, I lived in one area when I was little, and then I moved to where I am now when I was 7, and the bullying got that bad, like, in between me moving as well, to a point where I was 7 and my hair started to fall out because of, like, the bullying and stress of everything, and I was only 7. And then I used to get picked on because my hair was thin, because it was falling out, but no one knew it was falling out for those reasons. But like, I started losing my hair when I was 7 because of everything that was going on, and it's like only just started to get thick again, and it's still not at its thinnest because it's like it started to fall out again because of exam stress and bullying again at college and school, and then so it's still thin, but that's why I curl it all the time, because it makes it look thicker. That's why I hardly ever have straight hair. The reason I'm doing this video is because I feel like a lot of people on Twitter and Vine and stuff have the completely wrong idea of me. Like, I come across really confident, which I guess is a good thing, but I'm not. But anyway. I was 7 when my hair started to fall out. Then I moved to where I am now, and I sort of didn't want to leave where I used to live, but it was better for me, like, in some ways. Like, I met my best friend, who I honestly don't think I would be who I am today or be here without if I didn't have her. Like, she has played a big part in my life. Like, she may not even realise it, but she has helped me through a lot. Like, she's stuck by me through everything. And also, I don't think I'd be here if it wasn't for my sister. She's honestly, like, it's really weird and it sounds really cheesy, but she is literally my other half. Like, if you took her away from me, it'd be like losing my legs. Like, I couldn't without Sophie. She's the person that has kept me grounded, I think. Like, she's my go-to person. Like, if I'm ever upset or anything, she is always there. But anyway, back to the stories. I've been bullied since I was 4 or 5, something like that, which is like nursery/reception age. So it's been ever since I started school, really, and it was just your typical comments like fat, ugly, disgusting, mainly fat, and just a 5-year-old girl doesn't need to hear stuff like that. There was one time when I was in year 2 I think it was. I was 6 and I was in the playground and the bell rang and we were going back to our lines to go back to class, and I was pushed over by some, I don't know who it was, just one of the ignorant children that went to the school, and I was pushed over while I was on my way back to the line, and I was scratched from head to toe because I was like pushed across the floor. Like I had scratches all over my face, my chest, my arms, my legs, like, and I was just bleeding because someone had pushed me over, and like because they were forceful and I was running and they pushed me, I scraped across the floor and I was just scratched from head to toe. And Christina's just texted me. I'm just going to text her back. But yeah, then I went to my new school and it was okay at first because obviously I met my best friend, and like, but then I started getting bullied there too because like I was different to the children that went to that school, I guess. I got bullied about the way I spoke, the way I dressed, the way I walked, just about the way I looked basically as well. Like the comments started again, like the fat comments and everything, and like I've always been insecure about the way I look and like my body and stuff. Like I always have and I always will, no matter how old I am. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I was bullied all throughout primary school, and then I went to year 7, which is secondary school, and that was, year 7 was okay, I guess, but from the start of secondary school I was one of those people who would do whatever I could to keep the friends I had, or the friends that I thought I had. Like I thought I had a big group of friends and I thought I was doing alright, but then the comments started again and no one stuck up for me except for my best friend. Like she'd try, but she's also one of those people who, she's also insecure herself, and like she freezes in situations like that, and I don't blame her, like I do too, but like when it's happening to me I do my best to stick up for myself, but then it's the aftermath that affects me. Like I'll go home and I'll think about it, what's just happened, and I'll get upset, and then like, yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, I would always get picked on in secondary school. Like there was this group of popular kids, if that's what you want to call them, who made secondary school hell for me. Like because my last name is Fryatt, a lot of people would like make jokes about my last name, and I was like, well, that's stupid, like it's just my last name, like shut up. But then like the popular boys would make jokes about me and stuff in class. Like I'd be sat in maths, and one time this boy started calling me fat, and the teacher heard him, and the teacher didn't do anything about it. And like, I was just like, what are you doing? We are in maths, like why are you doing this? And he was just trying to be clever, and then I said something back to him, but I can't remember what it was, and I called him an idiot or something. I know it's not a very good insult, but like I didn't want to become the bully, but I was like, but he's one of those people that can give it but he can't take it. And then he started arguing with me because I called him an idiot, and I was like, but you just called me fat and ugly in front of the entire class, trying to make me upset. And he just started arguing with me, and he ended up walking out. I ended up walking out because I couldn't stay in that classroom with someone like him. That was in like year 8 or 9, I think it was year 9. And like I'd always hear people at school talking about me. Like I'd walk past and popular girls are just like staring me down, and I'd just be like, well, I'm sorry, what have I done to make you look at me like that? But yeah, there was this one time in year 10 or 11, I went to town with my best friend after school, and I got the train home, and these boys, like I was at one end of the train and they were at the other end of the train, and they started shouting things at me from one end of the train to the other, like calling me fat and asking, just, I don't want to say what they said because it's like embarrassing to say, and I sort of want to cry just thinking about it because it was one of the worst bullying experiences of my life. I was sat at one end of the train and they were sat at the other, and they started screaming horrible comments at me, and everyone in the train were just looking at me, and I was just like, what is going on? Like, why is this happening to me? And then my best friend froze. Like, she was sat next to me and she was just like she couldn't believe it was happening either, and I was just like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Why is this happening to me? And then I was just looking at them, and then I was just like, I asked them what they were doing, and they were just like laughing at me and kept going, and it was one of those things where I tried to stick up for myself, and then again I went home and I got upset to my parents and I had to explain to them what had just happened, and yeah. And then again, it was like recently, like I said, my hair has only just started to get a little bit thicker again, because it did start falling out at the end of year 11 because of exam stress and the bullying again, and it just, like, that's why, like I said, it's why I always curl my hair, because it makes it look thicker than it is. Like, if I was to have my hair straight, like if I put it to two sides, this side, as you can see, this is how my hair is parted, and this side of my hair, you can see how thin it is. Like, if I twist it, that is how thin my hair is. Like, you can fit it in that. It's like, that's, yeah, I'm gonna put it back on. But yeah, that's why I always curl it, because it makes it look thicker than it is. But yeah, this is going to be like a really cheesy part of the video, but like, I think everyone watching will know who 5 Seconds of Summer are. And there was a time in year 11 where I was being bullied really bad, and then I DM'd Ashton from 5 Seconds of Summer, and it was about bullying and stuff, and he told me that he was bullied. Like, he replied to me and he was like that he was bullied, and he knows exactly how I was feeling, and he said that he loved me, and he said that I was gorgeous. And it's just one of those things where small things like that can make someone feel better so easily. Like, I think he realises it because he knows like how hard it is being bullied, but like, he made me feel so much better at that time. Like, it's weird because like it was like a few months after I'd only just found out about 5 Seconds of Summer, and then he DM'd me and I was like, whoa. And like, he was just really nice about it, and yeah, it's just nice to know that someone in the limelight knows how you're feeling. Like, they know how you're feeling, and it's like sympathy kind of thing. Like, he gets it, because I know that he's been bullied and stuff, and he still gets hate now, and that makes me really angry, because I'll always have a soft spot for Ashton, always, like, because there was a time in my life where he was the reason I was happy, for, if that's how you want to put it. Like, I'm not afraid to admit it, because it's true. Like, there was a time in my life last year that he was the reason I was happy. Like, he helped me, if that's how you want to put it. And yeah, he gets hate now, and it just makes me sick, because you don't know someone's story, so you shouldn't send them hate or anything. It's ridiculous. And then last year I got a lot of hate, on Twitter and Ask FM about my sister. Like, we all know that my sister is beautiful, like, we can't deny that. She is one of the prettiest girls I have ever seen in my life, and like, I'm so proud to call her my sister because she's what I would say is perfect. But you know, I got a lot of hate on Ask FM last year. I was told to kill myself. I was told that I am the ugly sister, the fat sister, no one likes me. Yeah, I was told to kill myself on multiple occasions. And you all know that Niall is my favourite out of One Direction, and there was a time when Niall tweeted Sophie, and that got me a lot more upset than it should have. Like, it killed me, and I cried for hours when he tweeted Sophie. And then to top it off, I got loads of Ask FM questions. Well, they weren't questions, they were just comments, I guess, saying that Niall didn't care, Niall hates me, that Niall doesn't like me, Niall prefers Sophie, and yeah. And then at school later on in that week, I would get comments at school saying that Sophie was the pretty sister and stuff, and my elder boys at my school had a thing for Sophie. Like, it was quite disgusting because they were all like 16 and she's like 20. Like, come on boys, no. Yeah, this is a really long video. My story is really long, I'm really sorry. But yeah, that was last year when the hate on Ask FM started, and then I was told that, because I had internet friends, and I was told that none of them liked me, and that if they did like me, it was just because that I had 5 sauce followers. Like, way to kick me while I'm down. Like, no one likes me. Thanks. But yeah. Then, yeah. This year, this is like a really personal part of the video. Because of everything that went on, I eventually went to college last year, but I had to leave college because of, well, anxiety, I guess. Like, last year I was diagnosed with social anxiety, if you can say diagnosed, but I have social anxiety. So it was really difficult for me to go to college and deal with college because of the people that were there, so I had to leave. And yeah, and then I started going to counselling for my anxiety, but it wasn't doing anything for me. Like, it didn't help in any way. It didn't really help. So then I had a meeting with my counsellor and my mum, and my sister was there too, and basically they said that if the counselling for anxiety isn't working, then we're going to start a new counselling session for depression. And I was like, okay. But she wouldn't say that I had depression. She would beat around the bush a lot, and every time she'd want to say the word depression, she'd replace it with thoughts or something. But yeah, I started counselling for depression a few months ago. And then it got to a point where I was on my way to work and some boys called me fat, and I just ran home and cried to my mum because I was just like, when did my life come to this point where I am 17 and I can't even walk to work without someone saying something like that to me? Like, why has my life come to this? Like, this is ridiculous. I'm 17, this shouldn't happen, but it does, because bullying is always going to be there, whether you try to get rid of it or not. It's always going to be there, and I wish it wasn't, because it's ridiculous, and I don't understand why people do it, because like, how many people have to either commit suicide or try to commit suicide or be diagnosed with depression for you to realise that what you are saying hurts. Like, it hurts. Whether yes, you might be making your friends laugh, but you are hurting that person by saying what you are saying. Making your friends laugh shouldn't be the reason for making someone feel like that. It's not worth it. I don't see why people do it. It's not worth it. Making your friends laugh is not worth the pain that that person is going to feel later on because of what you have just said. And that's what people need to realise. And yeah. But 2 years ago, I talked 2 people out of suicide, and I can't believe I was in that situation. Like, I actually had to talk 2 of my friends out of suicide, and I was shocked at 1 that my friends had got like that, and 2 that I was the one that had to talk them out of it. Like, someone that, like me, I had to talk them out of it, and it was one of the most stressful situations of my life. Like, I never thought that I'd have to do that, but I saved them, so it was obviously a good thing. But yeah, if you are being bullied, or you have been bullied, then I want you to know that they are just doing it to get some sort of reaction. They aren't worth... this is why I mentioned the hypocrite thing, but I've seen people get bullied before, and I've helped in some way to try and stop it or stick up for them, but they aren't worth the pain that you are feeling. Like, you may feel like your life has like come to like a point where you can't cope, but trust me, there is a reason that you are here. Like, you may not believe it, but there is a reason that you woke up this morning. Someone else in the world didn't, but there is a reason that you woke up this morning. And if you are currently being bullied and you are fighting it, I am so proud of you, because I am 17 and I've been bullied since I was 5 or 4, and that is like over 10 years of being bullied, like 12 years, and I am still fighting it now. And I wish I could say I was proud of myself, but I'm not, because of the amount I've let it affect me. But if you are fighting it and you are coming through at the other end of the tunnel, then I am so proud of you for it, because I look up to people like you, and I hope that soon I won't let it affect me how much I'd let it affect me, because yeah, I'm proud if you are like that, because good for you. You're proving them wrong if you are not listening to them. You are proving them wrong. You aren't letting them get the reaction they want, and that is what you should be doing. But yeah, this video was just to I doubt anyone from Twitter will watch it, because I don't really think people on Twitter like me, but this is just because people on Twitter and Vine and stuff, I feel like people have the complete wrong view of me. Like, people think I'm a confident slut or something. Like, you are so wrong. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end that there, because I don't really know what else to say. I promise my next video will be a lot more confident and upbeat, I guess, because hopefully my package from Christina will be here by then, and that'll be my next video. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed listening to my story, or I don't think it's a thing to enjoy, but if you did watch this video, then leave a comment or something, or like, or subscribe. But yeah. apologise for how awful I look in this video. Yeah, what time is it? It's like lunchtime. So yeah. If you follow me on Vine, then thank you. I honestly like Vine a lot more than Twitter at the moment. But I'm gonna leave the links to all my social networks in the description. So yeah, thank you for watching and listening to my story, my bullying story and stuff. And if you are being bullied, just remember that don't let it affect you. You are beautiful in your own skin. Like, you only have one body. Love it. That's all I gotta say. So yeah. Bye guys.